Well,
Well, hello, everybody. This is Robin. Yes, I know. I was supposed to be here last night, but I was not. So I hope some people will pop in. I know nobody was expecting me tonight. This is very kind of last minute. I didn't want to get way behind with our knit squares, our knit blocks. So I decided to go ahead and pop on tonight and talk about the squares that we did last week and the squares we're going to be doing this week. And, all the things. Hello, Miss Linda. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate those of you who watch this in the replay because I know this was unexpected, so people did not plan on being here. Miss Linda, how is it going? Did you get a chance? I can't remember. Are you even working on this? Again, I think the only people in the world doing this are me and Pinky Jean. But I'm so glad that you came in. Oh, wait till you see. Hi, Miss Sue. Linda, wait till you see what I got. I got something today because I 100% was thinking of you when I saw it, and I grabbed it up just for you. But it's been a wild few days around here. And the reason that I missed last night, and I sent a quick message to Cheryl. I don't know if she's even going to see it. I hardly gave her any notice. I finally decided to do this maybe an hour ago. I don't know, hour ago, half hour ago. So, but I sent a message to Miss Cheryl to see if she could join in. So she may or may not. If she sees it, she might pop in. If she doesn't see it, it'll just be us. So let me tell you what happened. I had a crown fell off. And I have so many crowns, and that happens all the time. It's no big deal. I know the process. You make sure that you keep that crown, put it in a baggie, and you call the dentist the next morning and say, hey, my crown fell off. And they go, okay, no problem. Would you bring me a heartburn pill? They say, okay, no problem.
it's not any of those.
We will get you in and we'll pop that back on. Well, that's not quite what happened. I made the appointment for the next day, and I also had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so it was a busy day. And the doctor's appointment went so long that I missed the dental appointment. Well, I got lucky, and they were able to squeeze me in on a different time. But it's like it's no big deal, but it doesn't hurt. It just needs to get in. It needs to get popped back on. So I finally get to the dentist, and he says, we got a problem. Yeah, because usually it's not a problem. They just pop it back on, put some more cement in it, and off I go. He said, when the crown came off, it took the rest of the tooth with it. So we don't have anything to attach this tooth to. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good. Hang on a second, I need to take a pill. Thank you. So I said, okay, what do we do now? And he goes, well, we've got two options. Says we can, three options. I could just leave it gone, which I don't like to do because then all the teeth move together and it causes a problem. Or we can do a bridge. And for those of you who don't know, a bridge, they've got a fake tooth with these little wire doohickeys on either side of it, which then hooks to the teeth around it. Well, the problem is it's the second tooth from the back. Well, the back tooth also has a crown, and it's so tiny they could barely get that crown to work in the first place. They could barely even get it on there. So I was very concerned about having that wire thing hooked around a tooth that is precarious to start with. And then the other option was to have an implant. Implants are very expensive. Yeah. And Mr. has a bridge, and he fights with it all the time. Half the time he doesn't even wear it. And so I hemmed and hawed and hemmed and hawed. And he said, minimally, first of all, we have to pull the tooth, what's left of that out. What's left of that tooth, we have to pull it and, get that out. And then we need to inject some bone graft. We have to do a bone graft here because no matter what they do, they need to strengthen this area. And I'm like, okay, I've had bone grafts before because I had an implant over here and they had to put the bone graft in. And the good thing was, a permanent bridge. I've got a permanent bridge. I had that over here and had nothing but trouble with it. So yeah, but the bone graft is not covered by insurance. And luckily the pulling of the tooth was covered. So just the bone graft alone was like $800. So it's a good thing that we decided to go with the implant, but it takes, because the bone graft has to set, and that takes like 8 or 10 weeks, something like that. And I know my insurance will pay part of the implant, but not a lot. I don't even know how much it's going to cost. I just know because it's going to be expensive. But I have so much problems with my teeth that we just decided to go ahead and do that rather than mess around with the bridge. So they yanked that tooth and he had to yank and pull and crunch, and you could hear that crunching in your head and it sounded like bones were breaking, and I was tensing all up, and it was not fun. It was not fun. And he said that, and I've got stitches in there and I have to go back in 10 days and have the stitches taken out and soft foods and, all the things. But it was really achy last night. And I thought if I took some medicine and then waited a little while, it would feel better. And it did not. So finally I just called it. Hey, Passion, thanks for popping in. So that's why I missed last night, because I was just hurting. I was just a hurting puppy yesterday. And I'm doing much better now. It's still sore. And he said some days would be good and some days would be bad. It's still tender if I even touch the area. And it feels swollen, but that could just be my big old fat cheeks, But I am taking being very, very careful. 3 teeth pulled. And the problem is it already had a root canal. So he said when there's that fake root canal stuff in there, it's like breaking up concrete and then taking it out bit at a time. So that was not a fun time for me. That was less than fun. So how is everybody doing? What's everybody working on? Linda's working on a color theory blanket. Sue, what are you working on these days? I have been blocking. I've been doing my blocking my squares. So I just took this one off the blocking mat. I had 4, but now I can only see 3 mats that I'm using for blocking. So, I'm so sorry you have to leave. Oh, you have to go. You have to go to the dentist, but you don't want to. Got it. I am finally happy with the dentist that I have. And for a long time I wasn't. So that's a good deal. That's a good thing. Has this one been blocked? I don't think so. And so that makes it better. Oh, Briar Rose yoga wrap. Did you talk about that before? I remember Briar Rose. I seem to remember something about Briar Rose. Or maybe you showed us you were going to start that. So I have got all of my working on a graph blanket. Awesome. What kind? Block party at Robin's. Yes, yes, yes. Putting on the blocks. I've got every single block for the Elephant Square Exchange that I have made. They're all blocked and ready to go. And the reason is I wanted to make sure on my sizing. So they're done and I'm up to date on that. I have, no, yes. I need to get some of my own bags so I can see what my projects are in all these bags. Yep. Nope. That's my hat. Okay. Wrong bag. Wrong bag. I don't even know which bag it is for my own project.
Would you like one of this?
So here it is right here. Here it is right here. Oh, my heartburn, my heartburn. So I'm working on one right now. And I got that little note. Where's my little note that says how many blocks I have done? I suppose it's somewhere else. Yep, it's not in here. But I've got I have 18 of the regular ones done. I know that for a fact. And I have, here's my little note. See, after I blocked everything, I put them in little bags. So I have 18 of the regular ones done. And I was waiting on those last 2 to make sure I had enough yarn. And then I have 11 of the second ones done. So I'm working on number 12. So this is number 12. And it's pretty close to being done. Okay. Pretty close to being done. 1, 2, 3, 4. I must be on my last round of that. Oops, there's a mistake. Whoever gets this one, there's a mistake in it. Wouldn't be from me if it didn't have a mistake, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is done. This is the last one. Yeah. This is the last round on that. Yep. I don't even need to do this one that I was working on. We're just going to take that out. So I've got all of these blocked and ready to go. And that's why I blocked them, because I was worried about the size of those. And then I thought, well, as long as I'm working on these, I may as well start blocking the squares for the knit project. So I've been blocking those. Yeah, good thing, because there ain't no perfection on my projects. Ever, ever, ever. Let's just cut this. Oh man, heartburn, heartburn, heartburn. I must have forgot my heartburn pill this morning. That does happen. Usually it's the first thing I take because I do not want to forget it. But I've also been taking these antibiotics, and that's what I've been really thinking about, because I did not want to get an infection in this too. Okay, so this one is done. Yay, so that's 12. And I'll just stick this on a blocking mat while I'm sitting here talking about it. Okay, so that's what's going on in my world. That's why I missed last night. And did you guys miss me terribly? I know you did. I know you did. It's just awful when I'm not around, isn't it? Striving for perfection. Nope. I am striving for getting done without it being massively horrible. Although on the elephant squares, I want them to be good, because those are going to somebody else. When it's going to somebody else, I try really hard for things to be correct. When it's just me, it's not as important. Not as important. But, okay. So, last week we did one of these squares. Which one was it? No. This one? No. This is this week's. Maybe it is. No, it's the one that has. Oh, it's this one. It's the one I just put on here. Passion is doing a Fair Isle style cow blanket by Jade in Stitches. Oh, I bet that's pretty. Well, let me finish getting this one on here, because this is the one that we did last week, and it is on the blocking board. On the blocking board right now. Okay, so this is the one that we did last week. And it's all done and ready to go. And I like it. It turned out good. Did I hold it up long enough? I didn't count to 10. Steve says I have to count to 10 when I hold these up. Let me turn the light. There we go. Now you can actually see it. Yeah, that turned out real good. I like the way that turned out. So that was the one that we made last week. And we got that finished. And now this week we are starting the, what's it called? Garter rib square. Now this one is super important because you guys remember a few weeks ago when Cheryl sent me that gorgeous, gorgeous yarn, that beautiful purple yarn. And yes, these are knit. This is a knitted project. And so she sent me that gorgeous purple yarn, and she had in mind that sweater that we talked about the pattern last week. And as soon as I saw that yarn, I got that same sweater in my little head. Well, she swears that this week's block is the base for the design of that sweater, which immediately made me think, well, I can't do that because you guys know I mess all these blocks up every time. So I started working on this block because she said I need to do this block for that sweater. And there it is. So this is the one we're going to be knitting this week if anybody is still knitting. This is the garter rib square. And Steve, I don't think I made any mistakes in this one. I was very, very careful with it. And when I did make a mistake, I took it out and fixed it. And I probably wouldn't have been so careful if Cheryl hadn't said, this is the one that we're going to be using for your sweater. I probably would not have been quite so careful with it. But I wanted to see if I could do it. And I wanted to see if it was going to turn out okay. And by gum, it did. I'm really happy with it. I know, Amy, this was sort of a last minute. So here it is. This is the one that you're going to be working on this week. I like it. I like the way it turned out. So good. So good. Very pleased. So I guess maybe I have a sweater in my future. Yeah, weird, huh? So weird. So not only do I have a new tooth coming my way. Whoops. Turn off my light. There, that's better. I got a new tooth coming my way. I know, blocked in everything. So I've got all the squares that are finished for the Elfin Exchange. I have blocked. Miss Morgan's going to do my ends for me to help me with my time. And then I probably have not quite half, getting close to towards half of the squares done or blocked for this blanket, for our knit blanket. And we are getting close to the end, you guys, as far as our knitting. We got 2 more, either 2 more or 3 more, something like that. We are really getting close. So that's what's going on with that. It's amazing. It is amazing. Steve, what are you working on these days? Amy, what are you working on these days? Dana's probably asleep because she's in a different time zone. So she's in Texas. So it's 8:30. It's almost 9 o'clock for Dana. She's definitely asleep. She's definitely asleep. I was so tired last night after taking, I think it was the pain meds too. I went to bed at 9 o'clock and I slept hard. And usually, if I go to bed, if I go to sleep before I should, I wake up that much earlier the next day. I woke up, but I went right back to sleep. So I definitely needed that sleep. I was wore out. Been a rough few days with this, with this stuff. Shh. I need you to be quiet. Please, we are on a live and they can hear everything you say.
I know.
Okay, so same old shawl. So now you got to finish it. Oh, Tunisian. Why are you doing Tunisian? Now I have to find that. I have to find that. What's it called? The landscape. That sounds really nice. Shawl. Oh, that's beautiful. What colors are you using? My goodness. That's amazing. Oh, it's a make-along. Oh, it was a make-along a year ago. Not anymore. Holy cow. Okay, I'm going to show people what it is you're making. This is the shawl he's working on, you guys. Isn't that phenomenal? Wow. So it must go. You must be working crosswise. Fades orange to blue to pink and back. Wow. That is really nice. So that ripple, when we were quilting, we would have called that a bargello when the colors move back and forth like that. Cannot wait to see that one. Wow, wow, wow. That is, you do the most interesting work. Oh, it starts in the corner. In this corner. So it would start over there. Start over there and then work back and forth? Or do you start in the corner and work up? Does it start from the corner and work up? No, it can't. No, I guess it could. So it starts in the corner and goes up like that, like a triangle shawl? Oh, yep, I could see how that would work out. Wow. Too much for me. That's too hard for me. That's too hard for me. No, that is just beautiful. Just, okay, starts in the corner and works up like a triangle shawl. Yeah. My brain could not do that. That is stunning. Good job, Steve. Good job, Steve. So, I alluded, I think it was during the last bingo, to doing a major project that I have no business doing. And I did it. So today, probably tonight, as soon as this thing finishes uploading and we quit talking, I am putting up video number 1 of the 100 Days of Christmas, because today is day 100. Christmas is 100 days from today. Oh, you're going to finish it this week. Cannot wait to see those pictures. Cannot wait to see those pictures. It's going to be gorgeous. So you guys be on the lookout. Bolo for the 100 Days of Christmas videos. Got the first one done. It's uploading. And I've got to get the descriptions put up. Yep. Got to get the description put in it, and then the screenshot. And I've got the screenshot done. And it's going to be, Mr. has this countdown clock on his phone. And so I put, oh man, that heartburn just won't stop. I found the same countdown clock, and I don't think I can make it stop talking. But so that's what the countdowns are going to look like. And it'll have the number of sleeps every day until Christmas. So that's what I think I'm going to use, that countdown every day for the videos, but it'll have the different number. And so that's the first one. So as soon as this thing gets uploaded, and then I can put the description in, and I need to write up my description a little different from the regular ones that I do. And then I will have that as the thing. And what we're going to do, so this is what I decided. Tell me what you guys think about it. Of course, we talked about having a movie every week. And so I went through and I made a list of a whole bunch of movies that I can access. And so Thursday is going to be a live, and that's the only week, that's the only day of the week it's a live. And so they'll be live on Thursday, and we'll watch the movie together. And I'm going to be able, I should be able to play the movie in the background, just like when we do bingo, where I'm in a little corner and the movie is playing on the screen. And then we can chit chat and talk about the movie and make fun of it and stuff like that. Got a whole bunch of movies picked out, but when you watch this video, when you watch this first video, you can go in there and make suggestions for movies that you guys want to see. And then we'll do different, what do they call that? Where you put up a thing and people vote on it. Oh my goodness. Do we have any Tums in here?
Nope, in the bedroom.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure on the time. In fact, I should have asked for people for that. I'm thinking daytime, because so much of the time I end up working on Thursday nights. And it's going to be for the next 3 months. So I'm thinking daytime, but then you guys we can always go back and watch the replay. You know, it's just a movie. And I've picked out some Christmas classics, some funny things, some not necessarily cartoons, but a couple of cartoons. Some of the ones I would like to do, I'm having a hard time getting a hold of, like, you know, Charlie Brown's Christmas, that sort of thing. Yes, daytime, good for Linda. And I think for a lot of people, you'll be happy with it being in the daytime. And then once a week, I'm going to have a recipe. So what is your working time frame, Amy? And maybe we can switch it up. I just need one or two. Maybe we can switch it up. Maybe once in a while we'll do an evening one if I know for sure I'm not going to have to work that night. Sorry, I got to take some Tums. And, you know, we can go by that. That's a good idea. When I can do it in the daytime or in the evening, I'll try to do some. So we'll switch it back and forth. And I know for sure the first week of October, I'll be at the Yarny Social. So we'll either have to skip that week or switch the days for the movie. Oh, that's a sour Tum. Yeah, so we'll do something that week. Oh, there's an idea, Linda. That's an idea. So then one day of the week, we're going to have recipes, easy recipes. Some of them are the type where you take this product and smash it together and it makes a different product. And sometimes it'll be an actual from scratch recipe, but they'll still be simple and won't have a lot of ingredients. And the recipes are things like appetizers and desserts and things like that. One day we're going to start a new, easy, quick crochet project. Some things you could use for stocking stuffers. Some things you could use for just a quick Christmas gift for someone, or something you just want to keep for yourself. And some things I think nearly everything that I'm thinking of, we can have done within that week. Once in a while, there might be something like, let's say, for instance, we pick a hat. Might take a couple weeks to do a hat, but then I'll make sure that the item next to it is really small, so you'll have time to get both of them. So we'll have a crochet project, we'll have a recipe, and then when we're watching our movie, we can work on our crochet project, we can eat our snack or whatever of the week that it is, and then we'll have one day where we just chit chat about the things that were going on that week. One day I'm going to show a new item. Ooh. If it's easy, Sue, and you don't mind sharing, that would be something we could absolutely do one week. And of course, I'll give you full credit. One day of the week, we're going to do, in the shop, I'll show you a new item that's come in, new Christmassy things. And then one day we'll talk about what the upcoming project is that we're going to work on, what materials you need for that project. For instance, the materials that you'll need for this week's project is just some cotton yarn and not a ton. If you've got even half of a skein of a cotton yarn, it'll be plenty. And then whatever size crochet hook it says. And I'm even suggesting the one size smaller, because sometimes, perfect. So if you want me to share that, send me that recipe and I'd love to try it out. That would be wonderful. And so that's all you're going to need for this week's project, some cotton yarn and your crochet hook. Oh, Tuesday night's crochet group. And I know there's a reason I couldn't do Tuesday night. Tuesday. Oh, nope, that's not right. I don't know. Monday. 10 to 7. Are you the same time as me, Amy?
Pacific time.
Yeah, are you Pacific? Oh, yeah, Amy, you're in California, right? Trying to remember. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation. So we'll have a video every day. Some of them are going to be shorter. Some of them will be, of course, the live is going to be running into a couple of hours most weeks. Oh, because you don't crochet. There's no way I can do both knit and crochet. However, so you need to learn to crochet. You need to come over to the dark side. I think a lot of times, the stuff that I would come up with, you could probably convert to a knit pattern fairly easy. I'll try to find some smaller knit patterns if you are interested in following along on that stuff. I'll try to find some smaller knit patterns. Oh, I know what I can do. It's cheating, but we'll do it anyway. We can pick out some smaller patterns that won't necessarily get done in a week, like some hats or some, if I'm doing, let's say, a pot holder, there's tons of knit pot holders that we can find. Unless you would prefer just finding your own knit project. So just smallish knit projects, you'll see what we're working on, and then you can dig around. Yeah, don't let Dana Harry say that. That's right. Then you can dig around and find a pattern that you'd like to do. I'll see what can do, though. I'll see if I can, but I can guarantee I won't have time to knit one at the same time I'm crocheting one. But I'll see if I can come up with a knit alternative for the things I'm looking at. I bet you most of the times I can. Maybe not. We'll see. But that's pretty much it. So it started today, and oh yeah, giveaways. Make sure that you guys put, what did I do? Oh yeah. Make sure that you guys put a comment in the videos, because there's going to be drawings for prizes, and most of the time it's just going to be comment in the video, and I'll grab the person that, people that commented. But there could also be times where I tell you to use a keyword. So make sure that you go in and put comments on those. And because I'm going to be going back and picking random videos, and then we'll pick a person out of there for a prize winner. Because that sounds like fun too. Yes, I'm super excited about that chocolate truffle. Okay, you can't see what your left. Well, my left hand is just holding the yarn. All the work is being done by my right hand. But I understand. I remember that you've got some vision problems, as a lot of us do. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, that's helping that heartburn. So that's kind of the whole dealio for the 100 Days of Christmas. And I really appreciate it if you would share it out to people, just so we can get some traction. So does that sound like fun at all? Does that sound like something you all will be interested in? I think today's video, it was less than 10 minutes. I think it was like about 8 minutes. And I'm sure that at least, so we know the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday videos are going to be longer. The rest of them will be shorter. So, yeah, we'll give it a go. Give it a go. And the other reason I kind of left the weekend ones not exactly up in the air. I mean, I have a rough idea, but more, definitely more relaxed, is because it's craft fair season, y'all. And so starting that first week of October, I've got a craft fair every other weekend for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. And that's a big chunk of this time frame. So some of those days will be really short and sweet, but you'll still have the day that we're on, and we'll talk about whatever the subject matter is. But I left it a little more loosey-goosey so that, the subject matter could be what's going on at the Christmas craft fair, which I think is appropriate for a Christmas video. What do you guys think? Okay. I had a friend of mine who got contacts that were mono, and that seemed to work for her pretty well. And I have not even told poor Cheryl about this yet, because I'm going to be dragging her into it somehow. Oh, Miss Sue, maybe Miss Cheryl could come up with some, because she prefers knitting over crochet. She crochets to put up with me, but she really does prefer knitting. So maybe she can help me come up with some knitting alternatives, and maybe she can be our guest. Like perhaps, let's say one week we do a hat, and then next week we come up with that little knitting project, so that give people time to get that hat done. I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to her. I'll see if she wants to be roped into that. Poor thing. I'm to Cheryl as Dana is to me. Oh, wait till you guys hear Dana's latest. It's not mine to tell, and it's going to take some time. She's not ready yet. That's a good thing for me. That is definitely a good thing. So that is kind of all I've got. Once I get this video up, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. And I think I'll put a notice up on the. Okay. Oh, I did say that we will vote on which I'll put up 3 options for the movie each week. And so I think that's what I was thinking on Sundays. That's funny, Sue, because I was thinking of a bookmark as one of the things. And I just wasn't sure if anybody'd be interested. Would you guys give me a vote, you guys? Would anybody be interested if I found a cute crocheted bookmark for one of the quick easy gifts or quick easy projects on? So we got about 6 people in here. So let's get some votes. Well, we know Sue wants a bookmark. And I was kind of thinking about it. Linda says she likes that idea. What do you think, Amy? Steve? I'm sure these are going to be way too easy for you. The other thing I saw that I thought was cute was it was a corner that you put over the corner of your book. But I was afraid they would fall off and I would end up losing them. Okay. That'll be one of our things then. Where's my schedule? Right here. So I went through my calendar, my planner, and I counted. I had to write down all the days going backwards. And then I wrote down my ideas. So I'm writing that down right now. Bookmark. And what was the other thing we were just talking about? Yeah. See, now I can't remember what things I was thinking of, but I've got a list. Oh, that's interesting. I have a pattern. In fact, we might do that. But you do the stuff in Morse code on it. In fact, that is definitely going to be one of our projects. I need to write that down too. No, that's really cool. Cool. So I do have a list, but this is, yes, I have a lot of lists. I'm a list maker, man, big time. When I was a kiddo, this won't surprise anybody. When I was a kiddo and we would go trick-or-treating, I would come home and I would make lists of all my candy. And I would put them in groupings. Best candy, how many I got, down to the least liked candies. For 2 reasons. First of all, I needed to have a list. I just did. Second of all, I needed to keep track of if my brothers were sneaking in and getting my candy. Because that was a very big thing. That was very important. But yeah, I'm a list maker. And Steve, you'll be glad to know that I've already bought my new planner for next year. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and then today I saw Walmart already has planners on clearance. But they're the ones where they go from like June to the end of this year and then all the way. So they're 18-month planners. So all the way to next year. So that makes sense since it's, September, the June ones, they're clearancing out. But I got a beautiful planner. I should grab it. Let me grab it real quick. It's right here. I think it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Oh. Oh, there's that receipt. So here's the plan. Isn't that a pretty cover? I really wanted something with a pretty cover on it. And it's from Happy Planner, so it's a nice one. I do have a list of lists. Yeah, so I got this for $10 at Michael's, And then when I went next door to Hobby Lobby, they had the exact same planners on clearance for $8. So they didn't have as many though. They had a lot to pick from at Hobby Lobby. So you may want to go there. If I see, I haven't even taken the little plastic thing off. Let's take the little plastic thing off, and we can. This one it's even got a hard cover, and it's got the little metal thingies on them on the corners. So let's take the little plastic sleeve off. All gone. Oh. Okay, so we've got all of 24 and 25 year, which I love that, so I can see what's going on. Oh, look at this. It's got each month all planned out with all of the days for the whole month. For both, well, I don't know. It's from July, so it's the 18 months. Man, I love that. I will be using the heck out of that. And then it's got a full page a month. This is where I write all my stuff on. And then it's got tasks, looking ahead, important. And then, so this is like a week at a glance. So, oh, look, you can fold it all the way over. Oh, super. It's got, gosh dang it, my light. Let's try this. So the one I've got right now is like this. It has notes, tasks, notes, important, looking ahead. And then over here, this is the weeks where there's lots of space to write for every day. And it's got that for every week. And then it's got a page for the next month where it's got number 1, 2, and 3 priorities, important, and taking note. So like this. This is a perfect planner for me, y'all. It's got all the things I like, plus stuff I never would have thought of. And I didn't even think about it being able to do this. Do you know how nice that, because I'm left-handed, and that is so, so nice. I'm very pleased with this purchase for $10. Plus, I like the outside of it. And then there's a big page of notes on the last page, too. Super happy about this one. And honestly, because it started out already, you know, I can finish up this year with this planner. I'm in planner heaven. And I know Steve gives me such a bad time because I actually ended up with like 4 planners this year. Because my boss at the craft store gives me one, but I don't like the layout. So I always go, thank you. And then I don't use it. And then I had another little skinny one that I liked that I could carry around with me real easy. And I tried a small one, but there wasn't enough room to write in it. So, and then I picked up this one at the end of the year because when I was opening the store, I was making a million notes. And it's a meal planner. And so all the little pages have stuff about, it's got grocery lists and recipes and ingredients, which will actually work pretty good for my cooking days. And then it's got all of the whole months. It's just, I use this a lot. I got a really, and I got this way at the end of the year for clearance. It was on clearance, probably $6 or $7. But I used it a lot. It's got a lot of room in here for notes and things. I like that. See, I didn't even think about that recipe list. Now I might keep using that. I might just use that just for the stuff for the 100 Days of Christmas. It's not a bad idea. But we'll see. Yes, Robin's in planner heaven. Happy planner, happy planner. And I was going to buy some stickers. They had some stickers today I saw on clearance, but they were like $4. I don't need stickers. I think I've got a book of stickers over on my sewing table, as a matter of fact. I got such a deal on fabric. If you guys have a Walmart near you, they are clearancing out their fabric. They are clearancing out a lot of their yarn. All the mainstay was on clearance for $2, $2.50, something like that. They are clearancing out a lot of stuff. So you might want to take a peek. They didn't have much of the mainstay left when I was there. Of course, I didn't need any yarn. I did grab one white, just because, you know, you can always use a skein of white yarn. And then they also had the, yeah, go check again, because I was just there today and they had it. They also had the Red Heart Ombre, where it goes from darker to lighter in the middle. It's either $5 or $7. And they had 2 of the teal. So I bought those 2. And that's all I got. So yeah, you might want to check it out, because they were clearancing out they had a ton of clearance in all of the crafty stuff, but that's all I got. Nope, I lied. I got a package of needles for my cross stitch. Yeah. So that's what's going on around here. That's what's going on around here. I hope everybody's doing okay. And I think I'll change the title a little bit when I set this for the replay, to kind of talk about my trip to the dentist. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Implants are really, really expensive. But this will be my 4th one, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this will be my 4th one. But I'm just glad that it didn't hurt when it fell out, that there wasn't any pain, because there'd already been a root canal in that tooth. That's why it didn't hurt. Okay, so what do we got? This is middle of September. Wow. Couple of weeks till the Yarny Social. We went on Saturday and Mr. came and we did a bunch of measurements to find out what's going to fit in my car to take with us down there, because I've got a booth down there, so I need my display stuff. Okay, crocheters. Sorry, Sue. Okay, crocheters. I am considering, because I can't take everything. I'm considering not taking the fingering weight yarn with me, because it seems like for us crocheters, that's like the last thing that we grab. Does that sound about right? Because I'm going to take all of my 4-weight. I'm going to take all of that DK that I have, and then the specialty stuff. And then I'll leave, plus that way I can leave some yarn at the shop while I'm gone for 4 days, 5 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. Does that seem like a plan, to not take the fingering weight yarn? Because they also are going to have a yarn dyer, and they're also going to have a full craft store. I mean, a full yarn store from Oregon, not Caldwell, but it's from Oregon, because it's in Caldwell, Idaho. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this lady's from Oregon, and she's bringing a bunch of her stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where I will I think that's what I'll do, is just not bring the one weight. But we did a bunch of measuring, and both of the display cases I wanted to bring, I'll be able to fit in my car. Plus, you know, I'm going to just bag up all the yarn, the loose yarn, and then I'll have bins for the other yarn. Whoops, there goes. Speaking of yarn, oh, here's the end of that skein. Oh, I know that, but they are more likely to use fingering weight. Knitters are more likely to grab the fingering weight than crocheters. It's not to say they don't, because look at Gina Pike plate, turnpike knitting, Gina, and she uses one weight all the time. She makes all those gorgeous shawl, turnpike knitting. It's Miss Gina. She uses those gorgeous one weights for her shawls, and they're stunningly beautiful. But yeah, she's the one that had me convinced I could do a Stephen West shawl. No. One of his blind crochet alongs, mystery crochet alongs. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. So, anywho, I think that's about it. We just wanted to talk about the squares. So I'll show it again. This is the one that we finished this week, and it turned out super, super nice. I'm real pleased with that. And then this is the one that we're making this week. And it's just the garter rib square. And then I think we've only got 2 more to go after that. And then we're going to start putting them together. At least I am. So, Steve, has it cooled off enough for you to finish Cheryl's shawl? Linda finished it the other day, and it's just gorgeous. I know. I think all you got left to do on that is just cast it off. So then when you finish a shawl like that, do you then put some kind of a border on it, or do you just let it ride? Let it ride. Yeah. I didn't start anything new this week other than, 100 days of Christmas. And I've been doing watching a ton of videos about quick and easy food items. I'm real excited about, and I've got the first 2 or 3 weeks picked out, but I'm really excited about those. I think that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. All right, where's my... Okay, I've got this and one more of these. So, okay, guys. I did want to keep it short tonight because we're starting later, and poor Linda. It's so late for her to be up. And then I'll finish up this video. This my first of the 100 days, so be on the lookout for that one. I have not sold out of holiday boxes. I still have 8 left. And I'll be talking about those in the 100 days a little bit also. 4. So, yep, I still have 8 to go on those. I've got everything here now that I was going to put in them, except for, of course, the things that I'm personalizing. Those still, I'll be making those things up. But, yeah. So be sure that you guys, when you watch those videos, be sure that you put a comment down below, because the winners will be randomly drawn from those comments. So be on the lookout for the first one, and then I'll have one up tomorrow. I don't think I have anything can't think of anything right offhand that I'll be doing a separate video on this week. Although I did hit a yard sale and got some pretty cool things there. So I might show some of that stuff on your way to the laundromat. Okay, good night, Amy. And we'll see you soon. And you guys saw the new pick your numbers for bingo video is up. That dropped this morning, I think. So make sure that you get in there and get your new numbers picked. And I think that's it. All right. We will see you guys later. Thank you guys for coming in for this very impromptu, very last minute video. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.